Shading can make or break your drawing, and if you ever felt stuck trying to get that perfect shadow or texture, this video is for you. I will explore the secrets behind hatching, cross-hatching, circling, scribbling, and blending method, each one with its own unique way of transforming your art. So, grab your pencil and let's bring some depth into those sketches. Alright, let's kick things off with hatching. Hatching is one of the simplest yet most effective shading techniques out there. If you've ever scribbled quick lines in your sketchbook, you've already done a form of hatching without even realizing it. Hatching is all about creating parallel lines to add shading or texture. You start with short, quick strokes going in one direction. Think of it like laying down rows of lines, almost like you're building up lines of shadows or layers of shadows. The closer your lines are to each other, the darker the shading becomes. The further apart they are, the lighter the area look. Now, here is a pro tip. Don't be afraid to vary the pressure on your pencil. A light hand gives you a softer, barely thin lines, while pressing harder add those bold, defined shadows, very thick lines. This way, you can add depth and dimension to your drawing without overworking it. So next time you're shading, just remember hatching is all about creating quick, control strokes, but with endless creative possibilities. So here is an example of a drawing made with hatching. You can also do something more than this if you understand what I am teaching you. Now, let's move to the other section, which is cross-hatching. Cross-hatching is like taking hatching to the next level. Instead of just drawing parallel lines in one direction, you will layer another set of lines over the top, going in the opposite direction. Imagine crisscrossing your lines to build up more textures and shadow. The magic happens when the lines intersect. That's where you get those rich, deep shadows. And like hatching, the closer your lines are together, the darker the shading becomes. Here's a cool trick. You can use cross-hatching to show how light hits your subject from different angles, adding depth and realism. So as you can see on the screen, the first thing I did was create layers with lesser pressure. Then added the second layer, which is the middle tone, with different angles of shading and with more pressure. As you can see on the screen, I am adding more pressure to it, so to give me the middle tone I need. Observe these drawings I did with cross-hatching. The first one is a quick sketch, while the second one is a realistic drawing. Alright, let's talk about scribbling. Scribbling is one of the most fun and free shading techniques. With scribbling, there are no rules. You can create random overlapping lines to build texture and depth. The more layers of scribbling you add, the darker your shading becomes. It's great for adding a messy, raw look. Or if you are going for something quick and expressive, don't worry about perfection. Just let your pencil flow and see where it takes you. Scribbling has no rules. Go beyond boundaries like this picture you're seeing. Make sure you follow the light and shade and make it happen. Next up is the circling method, also called stippling or scumbling, depending on who you ask. This technique is also all about tiny circular motions to build up your shading. Instead of using straight lines like hatching, you're using small circles that overlap to create smooth, soft transition between light and dark. The great thing about circling is that it's super forgiving. There is no need for perfectly straight lines. You can control the shading by either making your circle closer together for the darker areas or more spaced out for lighter ones. One thing I loved about this method is how natural it can make texture look, especially for things like skin or soft surfaces. So if you are aiming for smooth and subtle shading, circling is your go-to technique. I promise you, if you can follow the rules I told you about circling method, then you are good to go. You can make amazing artwork like this one you're seeing right now. Just don't be scared and pick those pencils and draw. Next up is the blending method. Now, let's dive into the blending method, which is one of the most popular techniques for achieving smooth, realistic shading, unlike other methods like hatching or cross-hatching, where you see clear lines and strokes. Blending is all about creating soft transition without any visible marks. The goal here is smoothness. To start, lay down some graphite or charcoal with your pencil. Then you use a tool like blending stump, tissue, or even your finger to gently rub the graphite, spreading it evenly across the surface. The result? A soft, seamless gradient from dark to light. The more you blend, the smoother the shading becomes, perfect for things like skin, skies, or smooth surfaces. What makes blending different from other techniques is that it's not about lines or pattern. It's about erasing those hard edges and creating a natural, realistic feel. That's why blending is so popular for portraits or any drawing where you want to polish, lifelike finish. It gives your work that professional, refined look without the roughness of visible strokes. Check out the drawings I made with blending method. Thanks so much for sticking around to the end. Now that you've got a solid understanding for the 5 essential shading techniques, you're ready to take your drawing to the next level. But hold on, this is just the beginning. In my next video, I will show you exactly how to combine these techniques to create a realistic drawing that truly stand out. So, if you're serious about leveling your art, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you don't miss out. As always, keep practicing, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.